What's up, people? Welcome to Test Sesh for beginners by beginners. So I started this channel because there were quite a few things that I wanted, and I was looking up the videos to see what the product does or how do I do something. And surprisingly, there was a huge amount of videos that glimpsed through everything and didn't give me the real answers. I ended up having to watch tons and tons of videos to get it piece by piece by piece. So I figured I'd do some videos, but in my videos, I'm going to give you a step by step. And when I say step by step, if I do it, it'll be on camera so you can see how it's done and you can see it, so how it turns out. So today is the first video in my series of home brewing. And I just ordered all my stuff so that I can start brewing. A couple of my things aren't here, but rest assured I will give you a detailed picture of those things when they get here. But for now, all I'm going to do is calibrate my pH reader because it's brand new. I just got it and it's probably calibrated already, but hey, why not go through it and calibrate it anyway? So let's see if I can get this phone to set up right here. And here we go. So I'm a beginner, and everything that I do and record will be something I've never done before, something I'm extremely new at, a beginner, because I want to give you everything from a beginner's viewpoint all the way through. Now, I won't show you all the hundreds of videos that I have to watch to figure out some of these things. That's my reason for trying to put all the instructions in one video. So bear with me if some of the videos are a little bit longer, but I promise I will include everything I possibly can. And leave a comment below if there's something that you've tried and I haven't brought it up or discussed it. All right, so for now, I'm going to just prepare my water in these jugs. And I'm just using simple Aquafina. I drink it, I use everything with it. Pretty soon I will have a house filtration system that filters all my water through the house, RO. That's just me, but hey. So, we have some instructions here that gives the operation of it. Immersion, hold, place the cap after cleaning, I'm just gonna skip through some of these because y'all can read the instructions. I will still demonstrate the calibration part though. And I did watch a couple of videos to figure out how to do this. 2 points, 2 point calibrate, 3 point, 1 point, 4, 6, and 9. 1 point calibration. Okay, so we need 250 milliliters of water. All right, I'm gonna pause this because I don't have something to measure it out with, but I'll get it and then I'll come right back. All right, we're back. So I finally found everything I needed. And to give you an example about some of the things I mean, when I watched the videos, all the videos had little containers, made it seem like you could use little containers like this. But after reading the instructions, I had to go find bigger cups, a bigger measuring cup, so that I can get the proper calibration on my pH meter. So this is what I thought we were going to use, but this is what we're actually going to use. And I went and got some stirrers, 3 different stirrers, because I don't want to contaminate the packets or anything like that. I want to try to keep this as neutral as I possibly can. So that's why I have these 3 little stirrers. I'm pretty sure you can use 3 different spoons or whatever you have at your house. So let me see if I can set this back down one more time. This way you can see what I'm doing. So now the packet says to dissolve each packet in the 250 milliliters, which is quite a bit. You know, that's like 2 of these little containers that I originally had planned. So the good news is once you do this, you shouldn't have to do it unless you haven't used your meter for quite a while. And again, I don't know how long quite a while is to some people. So I would say anything over a month or 2. I don't know. You tell me. So this is the first 250 milliliters that we will pour into the first cup. Wow, that is a lot. And I'm just gonna move these small ones out of the way because I just left them there because I wanted you to see the comparison of what I thought and some of the videos make it seem like. So I'll move these out of the way. And that will give us a little more room for some of the others. And you can see how full my cup is. That's why I used the glass ones, so you can see just how full these cups are. Just how full these cups are. Wow. And that's all I buy. This is the only water I drink. I mean, distilled is great, but you know, I like RO. It's just a preference. Although I read, you know, distilled is pretty clean itself. All right, this is the second 250 milliliters. Is it gonna fit? Yes, just enough. Wow. Hang one second and I will get we'll try it. Why not? Let's live dangerously. Will it fit? Will it? Oh, yes. And a little bit of room so it doesn't spill when I go to dip. So, and I'm just going to put my packets right here in front of each one. Some dissolve still water. So it says dissolve it into the 250 meter distilled water. So let's see if I'm going to need some scissors, or can I just rip this off? Nope, it has a little pre-cut tear. You see that? Boom. And of course, you can see this is, and now the book says you can do a 1-point calibration, a 2-point, and a 3-point. We're going to do the 3-point so you can see me use all of the pHs. If you decide you just want to do a 1-point, and do with just a 6. That's up to you. The directions say you can do either or. So we're going to do the 3-point, and we're going to start with the pH 4.0. One thing I didn't go to look at, I'm not sure if pH solution, yes, the pH solution says at 25 Celsius. So let's see what temperature my water is. Let's see. Let's see this here. And I can just switch my thermometer to Celsius, so I don't have to do the measurement in my head or anything. Right now it's 18 Celsius, and so my water is only 20 Celsius. I think that might be a problem. So, I'm going to do is pause right there. And I would just get a huge, bigger glass and dump all this water in, and I'll just warm it up a pinch, and then I should be able to, you know what, let me double check. And you don't have to get all these, but I just do. I just like to have it. Yeah, so my thermometer says 21 Celsius. So, it says at 25 Celsius. So, all right, let's do that. Let's pause there. Okay, I'm back, and I just went and got my big measuring cup. I dumped 1 cup in here already. I'm just going to, it's all Aquafina, so it's fine. Dump the 2nd cup in there, and I will dump the third cup in there. And if you don't want to watch this part, feel free to fast forward through. I'm not going to stop the video because I do want you to see everything that I do. So I will leave it recording, and I'm just going back to my microwave to warm it up. And don't worry about how long to warm it up for, because if it gets a little too warm, I'd still have some cool water that, for the rinse water, that I can just mix in with it to cool it back down. So right there, I just did 24 seconds. 24 seconds. And now you can see it's quickly at 29 Celsius. Let me check that with my other one. Well, all right. So we're at 25 Celsius. We done hit the mark. And like I said, I just warmed it up in the microwave for 24 seconds. Actually, 21 seconds, because there's still 3 seconds left on the microwave. So now I will go back to making my cups with the 250 milliliters. And if my water cools off from here, we're just not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go on through with the process, and hopefully everything turns out great. Boom. Perfect. Well, probably because we already measured it already. Okay. And I still need also to finish off this cup. Boom. Just one cup. And that's one more bottle. And that's one more bottle. Okay, let me move that out the way. So I got I'm not going to check the temperature anymore. We're going to hurry this through so the water doesn't cool off too much because it's pretty chilly in the house. So I will dump my 4 in there and give that a little dissolve. Give that a little dissolve. And I'll put that there. And then it says to dissolve powder, take off lid, turn, and I just blow it off so ain't no dust on there. Turn it on. I am going to press the on, and I'm going to submerge it in the rinse water just so I can get anything on it that's off. And it says to submerge into this solution. 1, 2, 3. And it says wait for it to stabilize. And I'll show you the reading as soon as it stabilizes. Okay. 3.3. And it says hold up. Okay, so it says alright, when the reading stabilize. This thing is still changing, so it's not stabilizing yet. But okay, it's stabilized, so I'm gonna hold it, count, and then pH count displays on the screen, then release. Display start flashing 6.0. No, that's the 4.0. It's flashing 4.0. So it's flashing. Okay. So that one is good. So I'm just going to put that in there. Give it a little. Well, so I would just put it back in here and give it a little stir. Whoa, wait. What the freak? All right, so it's beeping through all three. So, give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes, and then I will come back to see why it's not doing exactly what it says. On, off, immerse in the solution. And it says I could save this solution, but where am I going to find? Man, I'm not going to keep that. I knew I should have got the meter with the solutions. All right, so turn it on, immerse it, gently stir, wait till reading stabilizes. Press and hold calibrate cal button until cal appears on display screen, then release. The display will stop flashing. Then wait until it stops flashing. Okay. I didn't stop it, so I'm just going to try and go through it. Maybe I'm missing something. So I'm going to mix all three of these pH balances. I'm going to leave my wrappers in front of each one so I know which one is which solution, and go from there. And my temperatures, I'm pretty sure, are probably changing, but hey, this is why we're beginners, and this is why we do it. Okay, boom, 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 boom. So somehow, and if I do just a 1-point calibration, it starts with the 6.8. So I'm going to turn it on, and then I am going to dip it in my cup to rinse. And then I will dip it in, boom, 6.8. 6.52, hold cal. Wait till it stops flashing. Boom. Okay. And there we have it. And now it's calibrated. So that is the one. That is the 1-point calibration, which is usually sufficient. But I will take you through this one so you can see 6.8, and I'll do the 4.0. So let me slide this over and slide this one so you can see the numbers. And you see it says 4 point something. So I'll just hold the calibrate button. Hold that. There we go. See it now, it's blinking, calibrating at 4.0. And I just hold it there until it stops. And then we'll go from there. All right. And then now we have the third point, which is the 9.18. So once again, we will submerge that into the liquid. All right, and hold calibrate. Release. And 9.18 is blinking, calibrating. And it's done. And now we can rinse that off. Give it a good shake. That way, now we're all set and tested on that. So that is ready to go. Stay tuned for the next video. I will be showing you how to start with a sugar mash. Well, maybe we'll make some inverted sugar first and then do a sugar mash. Leave some comments below. If you like what you've seen, subscribe or gives a thumbs up. It only takes a second. This has been Test Sesh for beginners by beginners. Peace.